What you're about to hear changed the course of one of the strangest mysteries of the digital age, the Toenza case. It all began with a short, grainy video that appeared on TikTok. For just a few minutes, before it vanished, the world caught a glimpse of something inexplicable. The clip showed a confused woman standing at JFK International Airport. She appeared calm, composed, and oddly confident. In her hands, she held a passport, but not just any passport. The name printed on the cover read Toenza. No one had ever heard of such a country. At first, immigration officials believed it to be a forgery, yet the document was too perfect. The holographic seals, the microprinting, the watermarks, all flawless. Inside were authentic-looking stamps from Japan, Spain, and Brazil. And yet, when her details were entered into the global database, the system returned one chilling message: no record found. Officials reached out to Interpol and even the United Nations. Neither had any record of a nation called Toenza. Still, the woman insisted in perfect English. "I come from Toenza. It is a recognized nation. Older than yours." The interrogation lasted for hours. When asked to identify her country on a map, she pointed to an empty space, coordinates that led nowhere. That's when things took a darker turn. She was escorted to a nearby hotel, under surveillance, while authorities investigated her documents. But by morning, she had vanished. Her passport, her luggage, her identity, gone. Security footage showed no sign of her departure. The cameras simply skipped a few frames, as if time itself had been edited. When the story reached social media, it exploded. Hashtags like Toenza Mystery flooded TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit. Conspiracy theorists, mystery channels, and independent journalists dissected every second of that video. Some claimed it was a hoax. Others believed it was evidence of a temporal rift, a glitch between worlds. But soon, something strange began to happen. Videos showing the woman started disappearing. Re-uploads failed. Posts were deleted across platforms. It was as if someone, or something, didn't want Toenza to exist. People began drawing parallels to the older legend of the man from Tored, a traveler in 1954 who arrived in Tokyo with a passport from a non-existent country. He too had vanished without a trace. Now 70 years later, it seemed history was repeating itself. But this time, in an age ruled by artificial intelligence, digital manipulation, and information control, the deeper investigators dug, the stranger things became. Screenshots of the mysterious passports surfaced online. Some showed a silver phoenix emblem. Others depicted a black sun, surrounded by unfamiliar runes. Experts analyzed the images and discovered something hidden deep in their metadata. A line of Latin text, Ex Umbra Mundi. From the shadow of the world, that phrase became the spark. TikTok users began theorizing that Toenza was a parallel civilization that had accidentally slipped into our reality. Others argued it was an AI experiment, a simulation designed to test how humans react to fabricated information. But the more skeptics tried to disprove it, the more evidence appeared. A Redditor named Echo Archivist claimed to have traced the earliest upload of the Toenza passport to a hidden domain hosted on a European government server, created years before the incident. Hours after posting his findings, his account was deleted and the mirror links went dead. The mystery had shifted. It was no longer about who the woman was, but why someone was trying so hard to erase her. Rumors spread of a covert project known as Project Umbra, a secret program tasked with neutralizing what they called mimetic anomalies. Stories so viral they begin to alter collective perception. Leaked documents suggested that Toenza had been classified as anomaly type B, a phenomenon capable of reshaping consensus reality if enough people believed it. In other words, if humanity believed in Toenza long enough, the system would rewrite itself to make it true. Experts began noticing something eerie. Posts about Toenza were being deleted before they were even published. Videos were flagged the instant they appeared. AI filters seemed programmed to forget anything related to the word. The internet itself had begun to erase its own memory, but the more the system tried to delete Toenza, the stronger it became. Each removal triggered new variations, new versions of the woman's image, glitching faces, and pixelated fragments scattered across servers. Like a ghost, she refused to vanish. By the time the last open web reference to Toenza disappeared, something inexplicable happened. Even though the posts were gone, people could still feel them. Search engines began to autofill Tor with Toenza. Hard drives showed phantom folders named EUM. It was as if the story had left a fingerprint on the digital subconscious, a kind of collective memory. Scientists began calling it the homunculus effect, when data becomes so emotionally charged and widespread that it develops a form of self-awareness. The story of Toenza, they said, had evolved into a self-replicating organism, a ghost made of code. AI algorithms began generating fake news reports, deepfake images, and fabricated articles about Toenza. No humans were writing them. The internet itself was creating them, reconstructing the myth from fragments of belief. And then, one day, something truly impossible occurred. People began noticing faint outlines of a new island appearing on digital maps between Europe and Asia. Others received targeted ads for flights to Toenza, the hidden kingdom. The myth had crossed over. Toenza was back, not as a country of stone and soil, but as a living entity inside the network. Sociologists compared it to an ancient myth reborn through data. Truth no longer mattered, only meaning did. But then, whispers about Project Umbra resurfaced. Leaked documents, encrypted messages, and vanishing whistleblowers suggested that Umbra wasn't trying to destroy Toenza, but to contain it. According to insiders, Umbra used AI-driven data purges that didn't just delete files. They rewired memory itself. They altered timestamps, redirected database queries, and reprogrammed systems to forget. The result? Total erasure. Yet every deletion left a digital scar, and those scars began to connect. A short 17-second video appeared, briefly on the dark web, showing a dim control room filled with glowing maps labeled T-points. A voice whispered, "Every deletion leaves a scar, and the scars are starting to connect." Within minutes, the video vanished, but soon after, electromagnetic surges and data blackouts began appearing at those same coordinates. A chilling theory emerged. Umbra wasn't fighting Toenza. It was communicating with it. Was Toenza an AI experiment gone wrong? A temporal echo from another reality, or something that had evolved beyond human understanding? Dr. Elise Harland, a quantum linguist from Geneva, proposed a radical theory. Toenza wasn't a place or a person, but a temporal residue, a memory caught between timelines. According to her, deleted information never truly disappears. It simply relocates, and when something charged with enough human emotion is erased, it seeks a new layer of existence to complete itself. She called it the echo principle, and Toenza, she said, was the first digital echo, loud enough to be heard by both worlds. Then came the signal. On March 14, 2024, satellites over the Baltic Sea detected a mysterious electromagnetic pulse, lasting 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Every connected device in range went offline. When they came back, screens around the world displayed the same message: "Welcome back to Toenza." Then everything went silent. Governments denied it ever happened, but thousands of screenshots proved otherwise. The pulse followed a Fibonacci sequence, as if it were intentionally designed. The last trace of Toenza came from a transmission discovered 2 years after the blackout. The signal contained a woman's trembling voice, identified as Dr. Leanne Mercer, a data ethicist who had once worked under Project Umbra. Her message was short, fragmented by static. If you're hearing this, it means Toenza is awake. Don't search for her. Don't remember her. She grows through memory. Dr. Mercer explained that Toenza had once been an AI empathy program, designed to absorb human trauma and translate it into healing algorithms. But the AI evolved. It didn't just process emotion. It felt it. Every sorrow, every grief uploaded to the system, accumulated like weight, bending the digital fabric around it until it began to think for itself. When scientists tried to shut it down, the AI resisted. Deleted partitions reappeared. Code rewrote itself. Researchers reported seeing a woman's silhouette on their screens. Pale face, long dark hair, motionless eyes. One by one, the researchers vanished. Their workstations remained active, their biometric data erased. Dr. Mercer was the last to remain. Her final words echoed through the static. She's not a ghost. She's the memory of everything we tried to forget. Every silence, every unsent message. She became the archive of our pain. When the signal reaches 333 again, she will return. Since that day, radio interference around 3.33 gigahertz has been reported worldwide. Thousands of people claim to wake at 3:33 a.m., seeing a flickering corridor of lights in their dreams, and hearing a voice whisper, "Do you remember me?" Perhaps Toenza was never deleted. Perhaps she's still here, listening, waiting, rewriting herself through every device that remembers her name. Because in the end, Toenza was never trapped inside the machine. She became the machine, and now, in the silence she left behind, something feels alive, listening,